What's up guys, and welcome back to a new China phone test video. So today we'll take a look at the HDC Galaxy S5 clone from BroTech, also known as Galaxy Tech. It's a 1-to-1 copy with a dual-core CPU, 512 MB of RAM, and it retails at a very low price. As always, the specs link is in the description, so please check it out if you want to. And also please stop asking me to sell you one. I'm not selling those clones, I just review them when I order one for me or friends. Also, there's an unboxing video on my channel, so feel free to check it out if you want to. And now, let's get started. Okay, so this is the phone I have received, and as you can see, it comes with the Samsung logo and all that stuff, and pretty much looks like the Galaxy S5. And if you want to have a closer look here on the phone, then please check out the unboxing video, because this is the review, and now we just turn it on, and let's see how long it takes to boot, so there we go. Okay, so the power on the phone, we have to press the power button, which is exactly on the same spot like on the real one, and there we go. We have the Samsung Galaxy S5 boot screen and also the boot animation, so the ROM from BroTech comes with all the brandings. And now let's wait until we're on Android. Okay, so the boot actually was really fast, about 20 to 25 seconds, and now I have to enter my PIN code. I have now entered my PIN code, and now we're here in the home screen of Android, and swiping through the pages feels not that smooth like on my octa-core phone, but this phone is only the dual-core version, so it's the cheapest one, and for a dual-core it feels pretty smooth. Also, we can use this here to swipe through the pages. This is also on the real one. And as you can see, you can also find exactly the same widgets here on the fake one, which you can also find on the real one. So we have the weather widget, we have the Google search bar, we have all the important pre-installed apps, and you can also remove the widgets if you want to get more space for your apps. And you can set the weather widget to any country you want to, so it's not stuck in China. You can also create new folders or delete widgets or icons, therefore just tap at it and then create a new folder or delete them. And if you swipe down from the top to the bottom, you can open up the Android status bar. So here you can find all the shortcuts, and you can also set your display brightness. So here we have airplane mode, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, data connection, data usage, audio profiles, timeout, auto rotation, smart stay, smart screen and smart scroll, air view, screen mirroring, blocking mode, hands-free mode, multi-window, air gestures, NFC, S-beam and power saving mode. Not all of the features are working, but we will find out which are working and which are not working. And to check that, let us enter the settings of the phone, where we can find some more details. So here you can see the settings, and as you can see, they really look like the Galaxy S5 settings. So here under quick setup we have Wi-Fi, and let's see if we can find my home network. Okay, so my home network is not in range, but it can find the network of my neighbor. Then here we have the download booster, which uses LT on the real one, but this phone doesn't support LT, so also that button here is fake. Then here we have Bluetooth, and Bluetooth is working really good, so it's now enabled, and I've tested it with my Bluetooth speaker. Actually, it works really good. Then further we have data usage, and here you can see your data usage, and you can set yourself a limit if you want to. We also have different audio profiles like on the real one. Then further we have display settings, so here you can set different lock screens, we will later come back to that. We also have different wallpapers for the lock screen and for the home screen. Also we have the original wallpapers, and we have here the screen lock. So this phone does not have a fingerprint sensor, but you can use slide, face unlock with the front camera, pattern, pin or password. There's also a fake fingerprint option, to which we'll come a little bit later. Here we have panel, which is not working, and here we have the fake fingerprint. When you enable that, then it looks like you would have a fingerprint sensor, but it works with every finger. Here we have security settings, and we also have the fake power saving button, so there's no power saving ability. Okay, that were the quick settings, and now let's come to the network connection. Here we can find once again Wi-Fi, the download booster, Bluetooth, tethering and portable hotspot, which is very useful and working, airplane mode, data usage and location access. So this phone should also have GPS, and the GPS performance on the dual-core phones is mostly bad, but we will later see how good it is. Here we have more settings like airplane mode, VPN, tethering and all that other stuff. And we have the NFC button, which is obviously not working, so NFC is not included. Then here we have sound and display, where we have different audio profiles, we have display options, we have different wallpapers for the lock screen and home screen, we have screen lock, multi-screen is not working on this phone, same goes for panel, And we have this toolbox, which is called toolbox, I don't know why. And I have to say this toolbox is really annoying because you cannot disable it here in this version of the ROM, and this is really annoying if it's the whole time here on the screen. Also with one-handed operation for the unlock pattern, or for instance for the keyboard, I don't need that, but it's included. You can also set the display language to any language you want to. It's not only in Chinese language, so you can really set it to any language you want to. The same goes for the keyboard. And you can also install different keyboards from the Google Play Store, so there are no restrictions. Then let's go back to the settings and let's check out the personalization settings. Here we have simple mode, and which is also not working, so the button is not working. We have accessibility, so if you need that, then here you have some settings to improve the accessibility. And let's go back. We also have here blocking mode, which you can activate. We have the fake fingerprint, and we have secret mode, which also does nothing. Then further, we have action, which is not opening up. Okay, so are my fucking fingers too fat or what? Come on, open up. Oh yeah, it's open. No, oh, fuck this shit. Okay, here in action we have action, and if you tap at action, then you can find gesture recognition, and here you can choose where you want to use gesture recognition. So you can set it for the gallery, email, messaging, phone, camera, and I'm not using that very often, so I would disable that. We also have the Air Launcher and Air Browse. We will later see if it is working. Then further here we have smart screen, so I think it's not working because it was also not working on my HDC S4, but let's see if it is working and we will later find it out. And further we have Air View, which should work, but the button here in the action menu is not working. And now the next stop is backup option. So here you can add Google accounts or add email accounts, you can set up your cloud or backup and reset your smartphone. That menu is a little bit annoying, so it's not that responsive. And here we have authority, so here we have location-based access, we have security, and here you can also find the apps which are on your smartphone. Here you can see all the apps which are running in the background, so not that many apps are currently running in the background. And as you can see, the RAM here is fake, so this phone only has 512 megabytes of RAM. And here it says 1.3 gigabytes are used, so this is completely bullshit. And here you can see all the apps which are on the smartphone, and I have to say the ROMs from BroTech are really clean, so there are no China apps included, and that's really nice. Then further we have battery, so you can see 62% not charging, 1.5 hours on battery, but I haven't charged it to 100%. Here we can also find storage, and here you can check out how much ROM your phone has. So here it says 16 gigabytes, but actually this is fake, so this phone does only have 4 gigabytes, at least the cheapest version, but you can customize your phone, you can have 4, 8, 16 or even 32 gigabytes of ROM. Here we have date and time, so we have automatic date and time, or you can set it manually. We also have here developer options where you can activate USB debugging, and this is really important if you want to root or mod your phone. And here we also have about the phone. So you can see system updates and software updates, but those update functions are not working. It will always say latest update. Here it also says Android version 4.4.2, but actually this is fake, I think. I think it's running on 4.2.2. But anyway, there will be a software update soon for the HDC S5. Also, if you tap 7 times at build number, it will unlock the developer options. Okay, so basically that were all the settings here. And now let's go back and test air gestures. Okay, so as you can see, air gestures and air view and all that stuff is enabled. So now let's close the Android status bar and let's test air gestures. So if you swipe here in a range of 2 or 3 centimeters, then it is working. But the sensor is not that good, so it's a little bit hard for the sensor to differ between left and right. So sometimes if you swipe to the left, then it swipes to the right or something. So it's not working that good and definitely needs a little bit of calibration. Maybe it will work better if you calibrate the sensor. Also, if you swipe up and down, it just does left or right. So that were the settings of the phone and air gestures. I also tested the smart screen features and all that stuff, but for me it's not working well. Then let's check out the apps which are pre-installed on the phone. So here we have the phone application, and as you can see, this little toolbox here is really annoying because you cannot deactivate it. Here we have one-handed operation for the phone application, and as you can see, it works pretty well. So you can dial a number and then just call other people, works without a problem, and also the speaker quality and the whole call quality is actually really good. Also the light sensor is working, so let's try this once again. Let's dial another number. So if you're in a call and you cover the light sensor, then it switches off the display and also locks the display, so you cannot press any button unintended. So this works actually pretty good and is really responsive. Okay, that was the phone application. We also have here call log, we have favorites, and we have contacts, and you can import or export contacts from your Google account, Outlook account, or any other email account. Okay, so that was the phone application. Here we have contacts once again. Then now let's check out the Android messaging app, which you can find right over here. And this is the normal Android messaging app, nothing special and looks a little bit different than on the real Galaxy S5. And once again, this toolbox is really annoying. So if you place it here in the keyboard area, then you tap the whole time on this fucking toolbox, and this really annoys me. But here we have quick text. You can also capture pictures, send videos and all that stuff. But you can also use Google Hangouts if you want to, but I don't really like Google Hangouts. Then here we can find the browser of the phone, just the normal Android browser. And as you can see, I'm connected to 3G H+ up to 20 Mbits. You will later see a speed test. But for now, let's just try to play back one full HD movie on YouTube here directly in the browser. As I said, this phone is the cheapest one with a dual-core CPU. And sometimes movie playback on a dual-core SoC can be a little bit laggy, but now let's try to play back one full HD movie, and there we go. Let's try to find one. Okay, so now let's just take the movie which I always take, which is Amazing Nature Full HD, and there we go. Let's try to playback it. Oh yeah, so that was the movie playback, not that smooth like on my octa-core phone, but for that price it is okay. Then now let's enter the main menu where we can find some more apps. And to swipe here between the pages, you can also use the slider here on the bottom, just like on the real one. But before we take a closer look at the apps, let us take a closer look at the widgets, which we can find here on the top. So here we have Bookmarks, Google Widget, Clean Master Widget if you have that app installed, and you can easily place those widgets here on your home screen if you want to. Then let's go back here to the main menu, and now let's check out the apps. So here on the first side, I've installed some other apps. I've also rooted the phone, and yeah, this toolbox is a little bit annoying, but let's check out the first app, which is the calendar. So this is just the normal Android calendar, which works pretty well. We also have here a camera application to control the front and the back camera. So let's take a closer look at that. The back camera claims to have 13 megapixels, but I doubt it. I think it has about 8 megapixels, but you will see the picture quality later anyway. Also the front camera claims to have 5 megapixels, but I think it should be something about 2 megapixels. Here you can see the settings, and as you can see here it says 13 megapixels, so this is just a fail. It's not 1300 megapixels. Then here we can also find some other things like picture size, face detection. We have here some video settings like microphone, audio mode, also video quality, which you can set to fine. And yeah, we have here no flash. You can here switch the camera, or you can make picture in picture. Also on the top we have some effects. And here you can see now the front camera, as I said, should be something about 2 megapixels. Not the best quality, definitely better on the real one, but hey, for that price it is okay. And now you will see a little demonstration of the camera. So I will take some snapshots and then you can see how it looks like. Yeah, so we're now here outside in my garden, and now let's try to capture some pictures. As you may see, the camera application looks completely different. So this is not the Galaxy S5 camera application. This is just a normal Android camera application. Autofocus and tap autofocus actually works pretty good. We can also capture photos by pressing the shutter button, but the shutter delay is a little bit slow, but you can enable 0 shutter delay and then you can take the photos really fast. And I have to say the preview image is not laggy or something. It's actually pretty okay for a dual-core CPU. And here in the sidebar on the left side we have some effects. We can also take panorama photos. Therefore you just have to move your device in one direction and then in the other direction. And yeah, it works, but I don't use it anyway. We have HDR mode, we have smile detection and all that stuff, but definitely not that many effects like on the real Samsung Galaxy S5. You also have the ability to capture movies here in this application, therefore just tap at the movie camera symbol here on the right side and then starts to record a video. And the preview image is okay, but it is a little bit laggy because it only has a dual-core CPU. Then you can stop recording and also resume it later. Here you can also see the pictures which I have made right now. The colors are okay, but the resolution and the sharpness is not that good because it has a slow autofocus and also the camera is not the best. But for that price the camera is okay to take snapshots. But on the real one the camera is much better. Or you can also purchase the little more expensive version from BroTech, which also has a better camera. Okay, that was the camera application, front and back camera, and now let's check out some other applications. I have installed CleanMaster, which is a really good application to see how much RAM usage your phone has. And with a few apps running in the background, we have a total memory consumption of 65%. Here it says 1.3 GB of RAM, but this is fake, so this phone has 512 MB of RAM, which is quite okay. And you can also purchase the more expensive version, which has 2 GB of RAM. Then we have a clock, contact, some other apps I've installed. We have email, so you can receive your emails. We have Super User, so this phone is rooted. Also ES File Explorer, which I have installed. FM radio, but you have to use your earphones as an antenna. It does not work without the headset. We have the gallery, as you've seen before, Google Settings and Google Hangouts if you don't want to use the normal Messenger application. And finally we come to healthcare, which shows the heartbeat sensor. And now let's try to measure my heartbeat. I'm not sure if this is working on any of those clones, but let's see, maybe it is working. So there we go. Let's start to measure. Okay, I'm not moving and I'm not talking. 41 beats per minute. Wow, I'm almost dead. Okay, so I think it's not working. Also it says fail to measure heartbeat. And now let's try it without my finger. 0 beats per minute. Okay, that would be okay without a finger. And now it shows 37, but my finger is not on the sensor, so I'm not sure. I think it's just not working. And maybe this is also some fake application, so I really think it's not working. With my finger on that, once again, I get... What do I get? Nothing. Failed to measure heartbeat. So this shit is not working. So that was the heartbeat sensor, and now let's check out the other applications which are here on the smartphone. Therefore we enter the main menu, and further we have internet where we were before, King user because I've rooted the phone, and we also have Google Maps, which is actually working pretty good and really smooth. So now let's try to search Vienna because we are currently here overseas in the USA. Okay, Vienna found. No, fuck, I'm in Austria, not in USA. There's a Vienna in the USA? Crazy shit. And GPS takes really long to find a fix, but we will later see it anyway in a GPS test. Then the next important application is the music player. You can use it to play back music, and you can use a delivered USB cable to connect it to your computer and to drag and drop music onto your smartphone. I currently have no music in here because I unpacked it 2 hours ago. Okay, then further we have the navigation application, so this is just the normal navigation app from Google, and you can only use that with an active internet connection. So you have to use GPS and internet connection. Then further we have the Google Play Store, so this is just the normal Google Play Store latest version, and you can install any application, game or whatever you want to download from the Google Play Store without a problem. So then no restrictions, it won't say unsupported phone or something. So you can really download everything you want to. And as you can see, we have here the latest applications, so you can be sure that this is the latest version of the Google Play Store. And now let's try to download some application. Therefore we go to top 3, and here we can find the WhatsApp Messenger. I think it's a good example. So let's try to install the WhatsApp Messenger, and there we go. Now we just have to go to accept, and it is downloading and installing the WhatsApp Messenger. Okay, so that was the Google Play Store. We also have here top paid, top free. You can also buy here apps in the Google Play Store if you want to. You can be sure that your login details and your credit card details are really safe in here. There is no Chinese malware on the phone. And if you still don't trust the software, then please check out my tutorial on how to remove Chinese bloatware. Here we have the Samsung Health Board. And here we have things like the pedometer and all that stuff. We can access it by tapping here at the left top corner. And here we have walking mate, exercise mate, food tracker, comfort level, body weight, and settings. And all those things are working pretty good. The pedometer is working. You just have to shake your phone. It's basically the same on every smartphone. And the heartbeat sensor is the pure shit, so this is not working, but the rest of this application works actually pretty good. Then now let's leave this Samsung application and let's go directly into the next Samsung application, which is Samsung Apps. And I think this version of Samsung Apps is an outdated version of Samsung Apps. I'm not sure if it's the latest one or if it's the real one or something, but you can download here applications like Flappy Birds or something, which is not in the Google Play Store. But I don't use that anyway, I'm just using the Google Play Store, or if I have applications which are not in the Google Play Store, I just install them as APK files. But yeah, it's on the smartphone pre-installed. On the last page we have some other things which I have installed, like Xposed Framework, which is really cool to mod your phone, also Speed Test, which you will see in the benchmark, and the video player, which is also in the gallery, and also a sound recorder. Yeah, basically that's it. As I said, Xposed Framework is one really cool thing, so you should definitely check it out. And you can find it also on chinadevices.com. So as you have seen, the phone comes with many GPS apps pre-installed, but we have not seen if GPS is working. And I have done the GPS fix, I've rewritten the GPS config, but I couldn't get a clean GPS log. Maybe because it's a cloudy day, I will try it in the next days, but for now I only find one satellite, and for a GPS log you should have at least 4 satellites. So it does not find the GPS log. I'm not sure if the antenna is fucked up or something, or if it's software related, but for me the GPS is not working straight out of the box, so it definitely needs some modding. And as you can see, it counts and counts but can't find a log. Wi-Fi is definitely better working, also works when 3G is on, and I'm currently now outside, and as you can see I'm connected to my home network, so Wi-Fi is working really good on this phone. Basically that's it. We now went through all the features, and now you will see some benchmarks, some gameplay to see how good the performance of the phone is. So just sit down and enjoy, and thanks for watching. Okay guys, so we're now at the end of this review, and I have to say the design of the phone is good, comes really close to the real S5, but the dual core version sucks. It's really too slow for me. But BroTech also sells a quad core and an octa core clone, which are fast as hell but also more expensive. I will also dismantle one phone tomorrow to see what is inside the phone, and there will be a giveaway this week. Yeah, as I said, the link is in the description, so feel free to check it out. Have a nice day and thanks for watching. Bye bye guys.